Moving on, Greece is facing a general strike in protest at the government's surprise move to shut down state broadcaster ERT. The closure means a loss of nearly 2,700 jobs. It comes as the government is struggling to shore up its state finances in order to meet the terms of an international bailout. But the Greek Prime Minister is adamant, saying the network was the symbol of waste and lack of transparency. For more on this, I'm now joined by our correspondent Nathalie Savaricas in Athens. Nathalie, to begin with, I understand you're at a rally in front of the broadcast headquarters. What exactly have they been saying?
Well, I've been speaking to many people here, Annette, and the one feeling that really dominates here, prevails, is essentially the way in which this decision was taken, the decision to pull the plug off ERT. Many have even accused the Prime Minister Nathalie Savaricas of authoritarian regime, and so that's why we're seeing many ordinary Greeks coming here. Excuse me? Sorry, sir. Even toddlers, as you may see behind me, have showed up with their parents, all very indignant at the way that this has all appeared. As you see, thousands of people are behind me here in support of the employees, in support of what they're doing. And of course, what I've been just hearing from the ERT employees is that they're retransmitting. So somehow the antennae are back up and ERT is back on the air. Now, we still don't know if this is a government decision or the employees here have just managed to find a way to just go back up.
It does seem amazing if indeed they are broadcasting, and given the level of public support for the network staff, do you think it's actually the case that the government has reversed their decision?
That is a very interesting question you raise, Annette. Now, we know that we're just hearing that the political leaders that support the coalition government, a very fragile coalition government, are expected to meet Monday in the afternoon to find a way to resolve what has now turned into a big political crisis, the first serious one in the past year. Now, Nathalie Savaricas said he's open to dialogue, but nonetheless, he said he's unwilling to go back on what he's already decided. Nonetheless, it seems here that there's not much choice. Something needs to happen. And even the employees, I was just inside discussing with them, the ERT employees said, yes, we admit there's been widespread corruption here. Yes, there have been jobs handed out because of clientelism. Nonetheless, sorry, sir, this isn't our responsibility. This is the management responsibility. And they even accused Prime Minister Nathalie Savaricas in the past year to having appointed people at the very institution that he today lambasts and tries to shut down. So he's essentially destroying his own monster.
Nathalie, just finally, the fact is there's been many people, as you've just pointed out, who've said that the network was overstaffed. But why did they pull the plug in such a dramatic fashion?
Well, that is the big question on everyone's lips abroad. Because as we've seen on France24 for the past 3 years, Annette, and that's what political analysts have suggested, and even some people in the streets, though perhaps not the majority, any reform, any radical reform that the government may have taken to lay off people in the public service or even change things quite radically has been met with fierce opposition, not only in Parliament, but especially in the streets. Seems exactly like that, and like what we're seeing right behind me. So what the administration here is saying is that we knew we wouldn't be able to implement the reforms if it had been open to public debate in Parliament and in the street. So we needed to take the decision now. We needed to take them because our international creditors demanded layoffs in the public sector, and we really had no other choice. But the big question is, why did they start with ERT? And many say again because it was a pretty loud example of everything that was going wrong in the Greek administration for the past 30 years.
Nathalie Savaricas reporting there from what obviously is a very, very noisy rally in front of the state broadcaster there in Athens. Let's move on, and time to take a look at what is happening elsewhere. And the United Nations say almost 93,000 people have been confirmed